Good afternoon. It's Sunday the 28th of June, and I know from what I've been seeing on Facebook and other places that many prospective teachers are wondering what the hell is happening with China, that you might have been offered a job, you might be in the process of interviewing for jobs, you might have signed the contracts and everything, and you're just wondering what's happening. I just thought I'd spend a minute to explain what's happening in China and how China works, and why you've been kept on the fence. Yeah, hello. Little boy talking to me. And just explain a bit about why maybe you feel like you're getting a runaround, or you're being kept on hold by the school and the school admins. And that's normal. It's basically because they don't know what the hell's happening. The reality of the education system here in China is that, apart from the decisions made by central government about whether you'll actually be allowed back into the country, when they lift the borders, that's going to be a national government decision. What happens at the educational level is down to each province, and each province has a education bureau, the Provincial Education Bureau, and it's the Provincial Education Bureau who is going to decide when and how the schools will open. And that's why schools can't give you any concrete information. Okay, change of scenery. I was out before on that bit getting some fruit and vegetables with the wife, and she came out of the shop before I finished, so we're back in our apartment, and I'm just about to in 15 minutes give an online lesson. So I just finish off what I was saying really. So we were talking about people who are perhaps in Europe or Britain or America or anywhere else in the world, and you've got a contract in your hand for a school in China. You're actively chasing work in China maybe, and you're talking to Chinese schools, but they're not giving you the information that you want. This is because they don't know. It's probably as simple as that, is that the people who are working in admin really don't know. And the reason they don't know is because they have to wait for the local education bureau to tell them what's happening. Like I said earlier, things about the borders, that's going to be the national government. They're going to decide when to lift the national borders. So until then, the only people who are coming in that I've seen are very serious senior people, professors or businessmen or people like, these are the only people who are coming in. People like us, you're not going to come into China until the government says so. So there's nothing you're going to be able to do about that. And even if you did get into China, you're going to have to sit in a hotel for 2 weeks at your own expense for a 2-week quarantine. At the moment, that's the situation, I believe, as I speak. Now, about the local education bureaus, they're the people who take the decisions about when schools are going to open, when they close, when you have holidays, when the sports day happens. Now, I worked in high schools in China, I worked in colleges, and now I'm working in a university. And you never know what's going on. You never know what's going on until the last minute. You might think that because a sports day is something that happens on a regular occurrence every year, it will be fixed in a diary that on this day we'll have a sports day. But they don't. The local education bureau will tell them that, like, next Wednesday, sports day, and give them a few days notice. when I want to travel abroad, maybe to go home to England, you know, I say to the admin, okay, when's the end of semester? They say, I don't know. Yeah, so when I say, you know, when's the end of semester, they'll say, we don't know. We have to wait until the Education Bureau tells us. So it's, my student just turned up on my computer, so I'm just muting it. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why if you're applying to a school in China right now, or you've got a contract with a student right now, they don't know what to tell you, and they probably don't want to fob you off. They don't want to lose face, and they probably don't want to lose you as a teacher as well, because you know, it's just so late in the process, because you've got to go through all, you know, all the hoops you've got to jump through to actually get to China now. It's a pain in the ass, and they don't want to go through that again. So I know it's frustrating for you. You know, it's very frustrating for you that you're just waiting there. You've got a contract in your hand. You want to buy the airplane tickets. You know, I've been there. You know, I've got all the papers. I've got stamps in my passport. All I got to do is buy the airplane ticket, and you're just waiting for someone to say, right, you know, be here on August 20th or whatever. But that's not going to happen at the moment. And I don't know, you know, I should be in England right now. I don't think I'm going to get to England until next summer now. You might not get into China until after the new year. The schools are open, but it's actually getting foreigners in. You know, if you're in a country with a high level of virus, you're not going to come into China. So yeah, so you know, I feel for you, but these are our cats. This is our little room with a balcony out there. Yeah, so I feel for you, and it's frustrating, just as frustrating as it is for me, because you know, I want to travel around China, but I'm not going to because of the random pop-ups of the virus, and it's just too dangerous that you could go somewhere and then just be locked down, and it's just something that I don't want to do. So good luck, but it's going to be a waiting game, my friends. Yeah, it's just going to be a waiting game that you're just going to have to wait until the schools know something concrete. Then they'll contact you, and then it'll be all guns blazing, and they'll want you there next week. Really, and that's the way China works. So yeah, good luck with it, and don't forget to ring the bell, subscribe and like. Thanks very much for listening. Thanks very much for listening.